I was good, people. Back with another video.
Maybe likes to dabble a bit in stocks and shares and so on, maybe a bit of property, whatever it may be. What is the best way to be successful with money, to beat the system, which is so skewed against the ordinary guy?
So this is really simple, and this is what the book is about. So property is a separate issue here, but talking about stocks, like, there's two parts of money. Okay, you got to make a certain amount of money, right? And you also have to not spend more than you make. That's like sort of the budgeting side of things, right? But assuming that you make some amount of money, have a bit left over, whether it's small or large, the real question is, what do you do with that money? How do you put that money to work in the markets so that when you're ready to retire one day, you have a giant nest egg waiting for you? And the irony is that all the things that you might think you should do are what you shouldn't be doing. Like, for example, trying to find a young winning stock and then, buy it and sell it and make a big profit, or time the market, or, which sector should I be in? All that stuff is just work.
Yep. It's all scams. Like I say, those day traders, that's very idiotic. Um, Only 1% are successful over a year long. Being a successful day trader over a year is only a 1% chance. I mean, what you guys don't know is that they have been manipulating the markets. Um, if I could, I would pop it up, but if you could look it up. The CFT has reported it. They have been manipulating the market since 2006. They've been caught to 2018, so they've been doing it for years. But they can legally manipulate it now, so they can lie in news. Companies can lie in the job reports, so they can make the market go a certain way, or to trick you to think it's going a certain way. So they can legally manipulate it now. So day trading or doing something like that, the shorter it is, the worse.
Human beings by nature are terrible stock pickers. We sell when we should buy. We buy when we should sell. The simple way is you want to buy the entire market. Is an index, the S&P 500. And you want to buy it and hold it. And you could start with a little bit of money or a lot of it. It could be $10,000. It could be $1,000,000, right? But the key is you want to make little contributions every month, every quarter, right? And let time do the heavy lifting.
But what about the Warren Buffett way?
That's his way.
Well, his way, he actually believes, he studies individual companies very, very carefully.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's smart too, but some people are stupid. Like some people will buy a company because they they friend everybody. What's it called? Yeah, there was a guy who was trying to sell TV stocks because everybody got to buy TVs. But that's not the stock you want to buy. The stocks you want to buy is the manufacturing companies that makes the part for the TV. Because everybody, no matter what, they gotta buy it.
then he invests for the long term in companies that he believes are very well run and have a regular cash flow. So people, American Express, Coca-Cola, all that kind of stuff. And he's one of the wealthiest investors in history. Is that really what you're talking about? Where you choose?
Yes.
I mean, he has a portfolio of stocks, but he's in there for the very long term.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you ask Warren Buffett, he says this exact thing.
I did ask him, and that's what he said.
He said buy the S&P 500, buy all the best companies, and hold them for the long term.
How many should you have?
All of them.
There's 500.
That's right, all 500. You buy it in one trade. It's the most economical,
you buy the whole shebang.
Buy all of them. Why?
But that's not what Warren does.
On some level, it is. Now, again,
he only has like under 20 stocks he owns, right?
There's a difference, though. So there are about maybe 3 or 4 people in the world that can beat the S&P 500. He's one of them. All these other hedge funds and mutual funds, they don't even beat the index each year. On average, they underperform the index, and after all their fees and commissions and performance bonuses,
But I just want to throw it back here. part of the thing of being an investor in the stock market is the fun of it. It's a bit like betting on horses.
Right.
Right? You're sucking the fun out of it with this strategy.
No.
Because you're saying just put it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't do that for fun. I just want to make money. I know this. If that's real, you need therapy. I don't know what's wrong with you. To joke and play with money like that, that's crazy.
All into this thing.
Yeah.
Nothing, it's not going to, all you'll see is that one index fluctuating in value.
Right.
Up and down, and probably over time it'll keep ticking up. It's very safe. It's very un-early Jordan.
Right. Well, here's the difference, though.
Where's the fun?
The fun is you should set aside 5 to 10% of your money and do exactly what you're saying. Have fun, speculate, trade in and out. But listen, you know what's fun? Retiring and being frickin' rich. You know what sucks and is no fun? Retiring and being frickin' poor. Okay? As I always said in the movie, I've been rich, I've been poor, I choose rich every time.
Where are you now?
Thankfully, I'm wealthy.
How rich are you now?
I don't want to say, but I thankfully do very, very well. What?
Can I guess?
Can you guess? You can guess.
If I was a guessing man from when I last saw you to now, 30 million.
Okay. Well, listen.
Dollars.
Again, I do very, very
Am I in the ballpark?
I don't want to say. Okay?
Up or down?
I don't want to say.
More or less?
I don't want to say.
Come on.
No, I don't want to.
Give me a bone.
I really don't want to say. I do very, very well.
Why are you so reticent? This is a guy that used to boast about this stuff.
That's because I think that as an older and wiser person right now, I don't think it's important how much I'm worth. Okay, what's important is that I do really, really well at everything I want.
People are going to read your book, The Wolf of Investing, right? I thoroughly enjoyed it. They're going to read this and go, well, all right, but how much is he worth then? Because that will dictate whether I believe it.
You can go online and they have my net worth posted as $100 million.
Is that what it says?
I have no idea how they got that figure. No idea at all. But that's what it says. Why it says it, I have no idea.
So that's 3 times what I guessed.
But I have no idea. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's what the online says, and I have no idea.
Why are you instructing me to go and check that online?
Because you're pressing me. I'm just kidding. That's my way out, by the way. But I'll tell you this. One thing no one ever accused me of is not knowing how to make money.
No.
I've been accused of many things.
But I also know.
Never that.
But knowing you, I also know you would know how much you're worth to the nearest dollar.
Right. No, actually, believe it or not, I'm not like that. That's more like my dad. I was never a counter of money. I was just an earner of money. My philosophy, which I don't suggest for most people, is, just make so much money that you don't have to worry about spending money.
Right.
That has always been my philosophy.
If you suffer from symptoms such as leg pain, calf cramps, leg swelling,